A stunning admission from the Kremlin today. For the first time since World War II, Russia's mighty Victory Day parade will roll through Red Square without tanks, without missiles, without any of the military hardware that has defined this spectacle for 8 decades. The reason? Ukraine. Moscow says it's too dangerous. This is a watershed moment. Every year on May 9th, Russia commemorates its defeat of Nazi Germany with a massive military parade through Red Square. It's the crown jewel of Russian nationalism, a showcase of raw military power watched by millions. Tanks rumble across the cobblestones. Missile launchers tower over crowds. Fighter jets scream overhead. It's pageantry designed to project invincibility. But this year, that image is shattered. The Kremlin announced Wednesday that no military hardware will participate in next month's parade. No tanks. No armored vehicles. No missile systems. Soldiers will march, but they'll march empty-handed. The official explanation is chilling in its simplicity: Ukrainian retaliatory strikes pose too great a threat. Moscow cannot guarantee the safety of its own showcase event in its own capital city. This decision reveals how dramatically the war has shifted. When Russia invaded Ukraine in February 2022, Putin expected a swift victory. Instead, more than 4 years later, the conflict has evolved into a grinding war of attrition that has cost hundreds of thousands of lives on both sides and drained staggering economic resources from Russia's coffers. Ukrainian forces have grown increasingly bold and capable, striking deep into Russian territory with drones and missiles. Just months ago, Ukrainian drones hit targets in Moscow itself, shattering the illusion of Russian invulnerability. Oil refineries, military bases, even the Kremlin itself have been within Ukraine's reach. Now, Russia is admitting what was once unthinkable: it cannot protect its most sacred national ceremony from the country it invaded. The Victory Day parade has been held every year since 1945, interrupted only once in 2020 by COVID. Even at the height of the Cold War, even during economic collapse in the 90s, the parade rolled on. This is unprecedented. International analysts are calling this a humiliating concession. Ukraine has not officially claimed responsibility for forcing this decision, but President Zelensky's office called it a sign that Russia's war is failing. NATO officials say it demonstrates Ukraine's growing strike capabilities and Russia's defensive vulnerability. Inside Russia, reactions are muted. State media is framing this as a practical security measure, not a retreat. But on social media, Russians are expressing shock and frustration. Some are questioning whether the war is worth this symbolic cost. Others are angry that Ukraine can dictate terms of Russia's most important national holiday. The parade will still happen, just stripped of its military muscle. Veterans will march. Putin will speak. But the optics are devastating for a regime built on projecting strength. Watch for Ukraine's response in the coming days. Zelensky may use this to argue for continued Western support, proof that pressure on Russia is working. Also watch for any Ukrainian strikes near May 9th itself. If Moscow is this concerned, Ukraine might see an opportunity to make a statement. The message is already sent: Russia cannot win a war it cannot even celebrate safely. Stay informed. Stay ahead. This is Viral News Hourly.